Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're taking a look at the year 2021.
Yes, that is correct. It's kind of like a year in review, ramblings of the year kind of deal.
Yeah.
We used to do a segment called Ramblings of the Month.
Yes.
Where we talked about the games we played and all of that stuff. But then we started Keep Cull in February.
Yes.
And it kind of did not make sense to do almost the same
Both
kind of
them,
video.
yeah.
Kind of like it was a recap video, so now it would be like, oh, this month we did these videos, but we're not big enough channel that people will be like, oh, what did you review this month? Kind of Dice Tower is the only one who does that for a weekly basis. So this is going to be kind of like, if you are watching this video, you are either clicking it because it says something like the future of Keep Cull or something like that in the title, which might be why most of you are clicking it, and you probably have already skipped to that part because that's what you care most about, which is cool. But this is kind of like a video. If you are here, you're probably one of the viewers that usually watch all our videos, because this is not about a game, this is not about anything in particular, it's about this channel.
Yes.
And how this year has been for us as content creators. How much we played, how many videos we made, all of those stats. We're going to do like a big stat thing. And we're going to talk about, as we said, the future of Keep Cull. We're going to talk about how this year has been for us as content creators. And we're going to talk about the plans for the future.
Yes, 2022.
That is next year. It's crazy. The year is almost already gone.
Yes, and now like in Christmas time has been flying so fast.
I would say like the whole year has been flying pretty fast, because there's been like some up periods where we could actually, or where I could actually do job things. And now we're back for not doing work things because Norway is having corona things. But let's talk about board games, because that's more fun than not being able to work. So you don't know all of the stats. I'm more like the stat person. I have kind of told you many of these stats throughout like the last month or so, but you probably don't remember it. So we're not going to do like a whole video Sunniva guesses the stats, but just for fun, because I like
because Johannes
quizzes.
is very excited for quizzing me. So he's quizzing me like regularly.
And you love
about
it.
like everything.
It's good. I have some positive sides as well. Just before we go into that, there's only 2 more videos coming. You're watching this on Monday. If you're watching it the day it comes out. On Wednesday, we're going to do a rambling award show.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for that. We have a lot of cool like guests. And we have a lot of good games.
Yes.
And it's going to be overall super fun. So I hope it will be awesome.
So it's kind of like different from the top 10, where it's just like different categories, like best 2-player game, best this and that. So hopefully that's going to be fun. And then of course on Thursday we're going to do the last video of the year, which is going to be the live Keep Cull video.
Yes, and I'm super excited for that as well. Doing a live Keep Cull video has been like something that we wanted to do for a long time, and now we have just been playing a lot of awesome games to get a handsome amount.
That is true. We have played around 20 so far. This is the 19th of December.
Yes.
So you're seeing this just a couple of days before, because we didn't want to film during Christmas. We actually be able to take a week off and be with our families and stuff like that. So hopefully our goal is to have like around 30 games for the live Keep Cull. So hopefully that's going to be fun. So let's just go into it. I'm thinking I'm going to just go through like the play stats and then kind of quiz you on how much stuff we did for YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we played 640 times so far.
Oh, that's a lot.
We have played 438 games. Our kind of goal now is to get 450. I think we might be able to do that. And then of those 438 games, we played 195 games we had not played before.
That's awesome.
And we have played games for approximately 601 hours.
Oh. I'm guessing that's a lot.
I have not like did the calculations to
that's that much. So like
that's something I usually do, but I have not done that now.
Yes.
But one work week is around 40 hours.
Yeah.
Which means it's about like 15 work weeks.
Yeah, okay, that's
of
a
board
lot.
games.
Oh my god.
Like 12, 13 work weeks. Okay, so let's talk about these channel stats, because this is what we gave you. We had to play all these games to be able to make the videos, or else it would make no sense. So how many videos do you think we made? I counted in the last 2 videos we haven't really made yet.
Okay, like in 1 year, we have like had a goal to make like approximately 3 videos in a week. And that's 52 times 3, which is
Welcome to Math, the show.
150-ish. So I will say 150.
That is almost correct. Like I did not count the live videos. I think we did like 5 or 6 of those.
Oh, yeah.
So we are at like 146 videos.
Oh, that's
so it's
pretty
almost
close.
to the goal of having 3 a week.
Cool.
And this is the thing I think is the most cool. How many games do you think we covered on the channel this year? Because we have played 438 different games when we're filming this. How many do you think we have covered for us? Keep Cull and then for like reviews and playthroughs.
Yeah, because we have covered a lot of the things that we've played this year because of the Keep Cull. So, like maybe 400, 410 something.
Yeah, we have played approximately 300 games for Keep Cull.
Yeah.
Then we have like the 20 plus that we're gonna do now that we have played now, which isn't counted yet. And in 103 games we have made playthroughs and reviews. So most of them are reviews. Like the only ones we did not review were the 4 or 5 games we did for the Stefan Feld playthrough series.
Oh, yeah.
And the rest of that is reviews. So we have reviewed almost 100 games this year. And we have basically talked about over 400 games on the channel.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool. The last thing before we go into other stuff that isn't stats is the thing we want to thank you for, which is the growth of the channel.
Yes.
So we are now almost at 11,000 subscribers, which is just amazing, and we thank you so much for that.
Yes.
If you have people you think would like our channel, please let them know. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, you can do so now by
clicking subscribe button.
Yes, that would be awesome. So we have gotten 5,200 new subscribers this year.
That's so cool because like when we started Keep Cull, I'm just taking some like time to talk about that because I think that is a lot of the reason that our channel has
It's
grown.
95% of the reason.
And when we started it, we were so nervous if that was going to be entertaining to you at all. And it has been so fun for us. And we're so happy that people are enjoying it. And just being able to climb these milestones after milestones this year has been such a joy. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. You have seen our video 653,000 times. Which is
you alone.
over half of the views we have gotten on the channel since this channel started in 2017. Cool. We have received 5,000 comments and 32,000 likes.
That's amazing.
That is pretty cool. And the one thing, like I got like the minutes, the view time basically from YouTube, and I made it into years, basically how many years people have watched the channel. And when I found out, I was like, that's a crazy number. And then thinking about the big YouTube channels, like how many years those are being seen, because you've seen our content for 10 years during 2021.
Yeah.
That is like crazy amount of minutes.
And we are a tiny, tiny, super
so
tiny
think
channel.
about those big things, but that just was really, really fun. So those are some stats basically.
Cool.
So let's go into the meat of this video, which is talking about Keep Cull. First off, we failed.
Yeah, we did.
Horribly.
Yeah, we were very ambitious.
Yes.
Like we didn't set an easy goal for ourselves
Nope.
at all. But I am happy that it turned out this way because it has been nicely balanced with the other things that we do for the channel, and we have been able to live our lives also.
Yes,
not only board games. So
it feels really nice. Like we are still having fun.
Yes.
And it seems like people are still liking it. So we kind of, there's many months ago, we said like we're not going to be able to do this in a year. So I think we're going to do like a Keep Cull for Keep Cull.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's go. So should we continue doing Keep Cull next year? 1, 2, 3, boom! Oh, you're culling it.
I don't have any of the other option.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, no.
No, you're double culling it.
Yay.
So what do you want to do?
No, I
want to continue?
Yes,
or you want to boom?
I want to boom it.
Boom forever!
Boom for keeping
yes,
it.
We are obviously continuing doing Keep Cull because it's a lot of fun. It's one of the things that, like, I love playing new games, but to be able to then go back and play all the older games, like, we recently, this is going to be on the live one, we recently played Caverna for the first time in 7 years.
Yes, and I have never played the, like, big game, like the serious game.
You mean Agricola now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we also played that one.
Yes.
We haven't played that for 5 years, so that's less years, but Caverna we hadn't played for 7 years.
Yeah, so there's so many games that I look at on the shelf and I'm just, like, getting a little giddy inside, being like, oh, we can play that soon, because we need to play everything for Keep Cull.
There's going to be one big change going into 2022, and what is that change?
We're.
I know it. I'm just like sending the word over. It's not
I
like.
also know it.
Yes.
This is not a quiz,
It's
right?
not. It's not.
Okay, yeah.
They're like, what do you think is gonna be the big change? I haven't told you yet.
Well, we are not going to give away any more games, and that is not because we don't want to, because we think that is really fun, but it's so much work.
Yes.
So just sending everything away in boxes and organizing everything has taken a lot of more time than we anticipated, and therefore we have decided that that is not the most important part of this.
No.
We want to do the thing that gives us joy, basically.
Yeah, and I really love the idea of giving away all the games. I still really love that idea, and I love the people that we have been able to send out games. We are going to send out the games. Like, this is the reason. Like, this is being like a toll on my mental health. Like, it's being a stressful thing that I go and I see the pile of games I need to send out, and I get stressed out, and I don't have time to do it, and then I think about it, and the pile gets bigger and bigger, and it just keeps piling up in my head, and it's not a positive thing. And we're sorry for that. Like, we really wanted to continue doing that. And we're not going to go in like there's. It's just a decision we made. We understand that people are going to be sad about that, and we are. But like, if there's something really specific that you're like, oh, I have to have that, send us an email and we'll try to see what we can do.
Of course.
But other than that, we're not going to like give away all of the games all the time. We probably will either just give them away to local people in Norway, or just sell them super cheap like we have done at some conventions. We're not going to stop giving it away because we're like, oh, we have to earn the money. It's not because of that at all. And one important thing is that we're going to continue having the Patreon picks.
Yes.
So if you are a patron, you can still pick a card game to get.
Yes.
So if you are not a patron and you want to participate in that, you can become a patron. It's also fun and it makes us happy. So those are the changes.
Yes,
other than
that, we're going to send the games that we already have picked winners for. We're going to send those to you, of course.
That is true. Is there any other changes to Keep Cull?
I don't remember.
It's
yours,
not.
Yours,
No.
okay, yeah.
There's no other changes.
Yeah, I was very unsure because I didn't think that we talked about any other changes.
No.
So now we were in quiz mode.
But how many? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, looking at the shelves, and like mathematically, there should be like 400 games left.
And there are not.
I think like maybe there are like at least 300 and 350 or something. So we might get through it next year, but probably not, because we're also going to get more games, and we're going to end up
like
and
the
then.
rate you're buying games. Still?
No, I haven't really bought anything since Essen, so maybe just one game or something. So the thing is, though, that like if people like it enough, we might, when we're done, we might just start at the beginning again and see what happens.
Yeah.
But that's going to be really hard.
We have all our kept games over
Yes.
there, and I'm
wanna play
seeing
them.
things that I'm just like, oh, did we keep that? You
Yes.
probably did keep it, keeping everything.
That is true. And or also, like, if you have any ideas for another project we can do in the future when we're done with Keep Cull, that would also be as interesting, let us know in the comments, because we love getting ideas.
Yes.
So that's done. That's the big bulk. That's the like big news. Let's talk a bit, like, just go like introspective and talk about how is it making content, because we are doing this just for fun.
Yes.
And we have talked about this kind of before, but in the beginning of this year, and as you saw last year when you did the every game in the collection, making content was not fun for me. It was just stressful and work and not fun. So in January, when I sat at work at the hospital because I had to work there because of COVID, I was like, okay, we need to either stop doing the channel, or we need to find out something that's going to be both really fun for us and hopefully like hit something that people will enjoy, not hit something physically, not like hit someone in the face, but just like make something that will make people happy and make us happy. And for me, doing Keep Cull is something that makes me really happy, because we have talked about many times making content about older games, but it's hard to find some way of that content makes sense, like doing reviews of older games. People are not going to see that in the same way like views, because we need to do the hotness, because that's what's happening. So now I feel like making content is fun. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Is it fun for you?
Yeah, it's super fun. I think like we are.
That's the wrong answer. That was not the answer to the quiz.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It was like a joke of everything being a quiz.
It wasn't a very good joke.
It was not. No, I'm going to take it back.
Okay, yeah.
So, how is making content for you?
I think we are in a good zone now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we have good routines. We are usually have like a regular day for filming.
Mm-hmm.
You are editing. Thank you for that, because I could never do it. And I think we play a lot of good games. I think like the balance now between new and old games are very, very nice, because like before we did Keep Cull, I was just like, but look at all these other
Yes.
games that we have that we can't play. And now we can't, yeah, now we have like justification for playing them, and that makes me happy. And I think like getting all that feedback that we've gotten from you guys on our videos we do for Keep Cull, it's so nice to interact with you. Even if you disagree on something that we are calling, just no, don't, that's my favorite game. And I just love hearing your opinions. It's it just makes me happy.
And one thing that is like, you probably heard this from many other creators as well, like I get super stressed out, and this is horrible, and this is something like, if somebody brings a game to me and want to play that game, and it's a game I don't own, it's a game I'm not going to make any content for, that is stressful. Because then I'm spending time doing something that's not time spent for the channel, and we only have this amount of gaming time, and I need to spend that on playing games for the channel. So doing Keep Cull makes that less stressful, because we can play. If somebody's like, oh, I really want to play a Feast for Odin, I can can either say, yeah, let's do that because we can, or say, sorry, we have only played that. We have already played that once the last 2 years, so we can never play that again. So it's at least because before that I was like, no, we can't, because we have this pile of games. So and it sounds weird. It sounds like really horrible, but it's not, because I love making the content. I love talking about games on the videos. I just love playing games, and doing the channel is obviously it's changing how we play games.
Yeah, but it's like, even if this is our hobby,
Yeah.
it is definitely work.
Yes.
That we're putting work into it, we're putting effort into it, we care about it. Of course, it's gonna take up time and energy. That's how it works.
That's true.
And of course, then it's gonna be a part that we have to like organize in our lives. And that is one thing that has been very important for me from the get-go, is that I want this to be fun, because it is a hobby. I don't want to be work. I don't want to feel like I'm sitting down at the studio and would rather be doing something else, because that is very important for me. And I think that at the place and time we are now, I really feel like I'm having fun doing this, and it gives me more joy than it's work, you know?
Yeah, I understand it completely.
Yeah.
And it's like, this wasn't supposed to be like a long thing, but it's very, when we first started talking about it, it's very interesting, because I have all of my hobbies has basically become my job. Like,
Yes.
I started doing acting. That's not my job. I started doing comedy. It's my job. I started doing magic. It's my job.
You worked at a hospital.
That's not a hobby, and like
Just
seeing
kidding.
sick people is my hobby. But you know,
That was my
I'm
work.
playing board games. It's like, oh, I want to talk about them on the videos on YouTube, and like when we started Patreon, like as soon as you start actually people giving you something for making it, it's not really giving me like that pressure, but it's kind of there in a way that I feel like, oh, I can't take a month off, and I don't want to do that, but it's kind of like it. You said like not making it work, but we had kind of like taking steps to make it more of of actually being work.
Yeah.
But as long as the work is fun,
Yes.
and it's not like if we don't make 3 videos a week, we're gonna get fired. And that's because that's really, we make schedules and stuff, but it's very nice to have those schedules and know, okay, this video is going to come there, so we have to play that game before we film it that week, before I edit it. But other than that, like, it's really easy to say, oh, we didn't like Bitoku, you had a review of that last week. We were supposed to do that a week earlier, but we just hadn't been able to play it with 3 players yet, and I wanted to play it with more than 2 players. So we were like, okay, we have to postpone that then, and nothing really bad happened.
Yeah.
The only thing like with deadlines is basically like Kickstarter previews.
Yeah.
Other than that, we do things when we want to do it, and we really appreciate that you are there supporting us for that.
Yes.
And that makes it even more fun. Like, it's weird, kind of. But you make it possible for us to get games and to buy new equipment, new computers, all of that. And yeah, just I don't know where we're going with this, but it's been very good.
If this is interesting to you, but
I don't care, because then you just don't watch this part of the video.
That's true.
And if you have already watched it, you can't get the money back or the time back.
This
but if
is
you are
5
here and you're
minutes of
like,
your life.
if you enjoy this and thinking like, oh, these people, I like hearing them talk, you can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and give us some money, or you can not do it and listen to us talk the same amount of time.
The most important things for us is that you're here with us,
Absolutely.
because that means a lot. And like we talked about, like, does comments, does likes, does subscribers matter? And in an ideal perfect world we would say no, but it really does.
Oh, yeah.
Like we are like glowing when we get positive feedback on what we do. That's how we work, and
That's how human works.
yeah, and when you give us like your love, it means the world to us. So thank you.
Absolutely. So let's just briefly cap it off. We're talking about the plans for 2022.
Yes.
Not a big pile of changes.
No. We're gonna continue Keep Cull.
Yes.
We want to, if the world is able to have us traveling somewhere, we want to be traveling to some cons. We're excited for those.
Yeah.
What kind of cons are that?
Oh,
I've
we are hopefully going to UK Games Expo this year, or next year then obviously, and Gen Con. We are planning a longer trip to Gen Con, hopefully, or to the US next year, if everything works out. Hopefully it does, fingers crossed. And kind of Spiel. You are going to Spiel.
Yeah.
I will probably not be there because I've gotten a job, which is kind of like highly around that time. I'm going to see if I can like squeeze in going down like for a day and go back. We will see what happens.
I'm looking forward to like dragging down 4 suitcases.
If
all by
I will come, I can
myself.
get 2 and we can switch route.
Yeah, we'll see.
But other than that, the channel is going to be kind of the same. We are going to do 2 to 3 videos a week. We're going to do reviews. We're going to do top list. In January, we are starting something. What is that?
I don't know.
The top?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's a quiz.
We're going to make one top 100 of all time.
Boom. Actually 2. I'm going to make one, you're going to make one.
Yes, that's a lot of games.
200 games.
And
Probably
I'm
not.
already like freaking a little bit out because I have to make a lot of
Make it,
lists.
yes.
It's so hard making lists.
It's going to be really cool talking about all of those amazing games. We thought like we have only done top 50s so far, and my like main reason to do more is that you have more cool games to talk about. Like top 50 is probably going to change from year to year, but the top 100 is probably going to change more, so that makes it even more interesting. And hopefully then like in the next of the beginning of 2023, we're going to have played like 200-300 more games for Keep Cull, so probably that's going to be changing up a lot throughout that time with games you haven't played in 4 or 5 years, dropping or going higher and stuff like that. So the last thing we're going to hopefully do, we kind of started it in January of 2021. We're going to do more collabs.
Yeah, we really want to do that. So we're excited to make some cool things with some really cool people.
Cool people. If you have any like content creators you'd especially like to see on the channel, and if you even have like a topic or top 10 you'd like to see us doing with that content creator, let us know in the comments and we will see if we can make that happen.
Cool.
So I think that's it. It's been like a rambling thing for like 20 plus minutes, mostly maybe uninteresting things, but I thought it was just nice to make kind of like a recap of the year, talking a bit about how it's been, and just for us also to get done with this year and get ready for a new one.
Yes.
150 new videos next year.
Yay!
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is, but it's fun.
It is. And that's the end of the video. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now by
clicking the subscribe button. And if you want to do something that is not free, you can go to
patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sidra.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.